We're very resilient, but we know we can play way better than that. We can play way better than that. And we left a lot out there. If we come out there and play the way we know we should be able to play from the opening minute, then we probably would have had a different outcome. And so, again, proud of the way those guys fought. But unfortunately, I give Stanford a lot of credit. They came in and executed better than we did.
All right, we'll go to Softy and then Lauren. Go ahead, Dave.
Jimmy, is there anything on it's actually a two-part question. First of all, third down, fourth down. They were 10 for 13 on third and 2 for 2 on fourth. You'll obviously watch the tape, but anything that kind of comes to mind that maybe led to Stanford continuing those drives? And then number two, how significantly or insignificantly were you affected by COVID, either direct cases or quarantine issues today?
Yeah, so no, that opening drive was almost a foreshadowing of things to come. You know, we almost got out there on a 3 and out. They convert on, I think it was a 3rd and 7, and then we got into a 3rd and 13, and then they convert on that one. And, you know, like I mentioned in the opening comments there, we didn't stop their offense until the end of the third quarter. They scored on every single possession. And we're not used to doing that around here, and that needs to get changed in a hurry. And again, credit to Stanford. They made the plays. They made the catches. They had the runs for the first down, got themselves into good plays against our defense. But we're better than that, and we should have cut into that you know, conversion rate. There's no way they should be able to go 10 of 13. And then, yeah, just like the whole country, I mean, we're all dealing with issues, whether it's injuries or, you know, the pandemic, and we'll continue to deal with that for the rest of the season.
All right, Lauren Kirschman, then Larry. Go ahead, Lauren.
Jimmy, is there any similarities you're seeing between these two slow starts? Is it a lack of energy, a lack of focus? Just what are you seeing at the beginning of these games?
No, yeah, it's interesting. I don't feel that. The guys are juiced up and they're ready to go. You know, I think without watching the tape, but just from sitting on from the sideline, I can tell that we're not stopping the run 2 times in a row, and that's really the heart of the issue. The last 2 games, they've been able to both opponents have been able to run the football, move the chains, and just like we want to do on offense, be able to force our will and run the football. Our last 2 opponents have been able to do that against us, which takes a lot of wind out of your sails when you're not able to stop the run.
All right, Larry Stone, then Dan Raley. Go ahead, Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Yeah, Jimmy, is there anything you could put your finger on for what you just said, the last 2 teams' ability to force their will on you? I mean, that's, you like to say Husky football, and that's not Husky football. What's leading to that?
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to make any excuses. I'm not going to sit up here and make any excuses about why that's happening. We got to get it fixed. We got to play better. We got to get off blocks and shed blocks and get in the backfield and tackle better. We can't have runs go for 5-6 yards and then it's 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5. That becomes a lot easier to call plays on offense when you're always 2nd and medium or 2nd and short. And so we got to tackle better. We got to get off blocks better. We got to get our guys in position to make sure that teams aren't able to run the football the way they have in the first 2 halves of these last 2 games.
Dan Raley and then Mazvita. Go ahead, Dan.
Jimmy, you had no sacks today, which is unusual for this football team. You have the nation's leading sacker. What did they do to you guys?
Yeah, when you can control the ball by running the football and you have a lead, it becomes very difficult to get after the quarterback. And so that's what they did. They controlled the game with their run offense. And that's what Stanford's done for years. And, you know, give credit to them again by establishing the run and getting us on our heels. We weren't able to pin our ears back and get after the passer the way we would like to. We didn't get him behind the chains and be able to send our guys and go get sacks. So again, give credit to Stanford and their quarterback and their offense for giving them a really good game plan to get rid of the football when they needed to and be able to run the ball and keep us at bay.
All right, we'll go to Mazvita and then Christian Caple. Go ahead, Maz.
So Jimmy, kind of two questions real quickly. One of them is Ed F1 talked about the players getting off the blocks. I'm wondering if that's a confidence thing. And then this week, once, players are moving forward and if you look at the film, how do you keep the players from pressing in the next game and just staying patient in terms of the game plan that you'll create this week?
Yeah, I don't think there's any confidence issue. And our guys are going to prepare to go win a football game. Our guys are competitors, our coaching staff are competitors, and we're going to obviously let this one kind of sink in and sting, and it's going to hurt all night and tomorrow. And then we're going to clean all the mistakes up and then get ready for our next opponent. And that's what competitors do. They dust themselves off and get ready for the next one. And that's what we'll do.
All right, we'll go to Christian and then Chris Fetters, and we'll just stick with the hands we have up so far. Go ahead, Christian.
Jimmy, what do you think it is about Stanford in particular that's been such a tough matchup for you guys these last few years?
Yeah, they're always a contender in the North for a reason. They have really good personnel. They have fantastic coaching staff. They do a great job game planning in all three phases. And we know we're going to get their best year in and year out. That's why they're always challenging for the North, just like we're challenging for the North. That's why they've won a bunch of football games, with Coach Shaw and even before Coach Shaw. So this is an opponent that we've always have a lot of respect for. And, very similar to last week against Utah. I mean, the Utah wins, we win. Utah wins, we win. Same thing with Stanford. I mean, these are two quality opponents. One last week that usually represents the South, and obviously today, a team that is always right there in contention for the North.
All right, Chris Fetters, and then Lars. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Jimmy, Ed was visibly frustrated, really felt like there was a lot there left on the table, as you mentioned. He also talked about just the group, the unit, really being able to kind of hone in on the game plan and the film study and trust it instead of having to maybe think. And he felt like you guys got slow because of that. Would you agree from where you were standing?
Got slow from the game plan, is that what you said?
Just got slow in terms of being able to react and instead of playing and really rolling with it.
Yeah, we'll have to go to the tape, obviously. I think it's always disheartening when, it's second and short, second and medium. And then you get to third down and you're ready to get off the field, and then they do a nice job converting. And so, I think everybody was frustrated. They were frustrated that they were making more plays than we were. And that's really what it came down to. We got them into some 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 10s, 3rd and 9s, and they were able to convert, and we weren't able to make the play. We make even half of those plays right there. Our offense has got more opportunities to go down there and score, and obviously we keep points off the board if we stop half of those drives.
All right, again, we'll stick with the hands we have up. Lars Hanson, then Art Thiel. Go ahead, Lars.
Yeah, Coach. Thoughts on Rome's game and also Richard Newton. What has held him out the past couple games?
Yeah, very pleased with Rome. You guys were hearing us talking about how much he was performing in training camp and how he kept showing up. Those two young receivers, just from the sideline, he made some fantastic catches. And that's everything that he's been doing in training camp, and I can't wait to continue to see his improvement. That was an awesome performance by him. And, I was also very happy with Jalen McMillan as well. I'm getting out there and getting probably the most playing time he's had this year. And then, with our running backs, again, we're always going to rotate those guys. And, it's going to be changed up from week to week. And we're going to play the guys that are ready to go.
All right, Art Thiel, then Josh Kirshenbaum. Go ahead, Art.
Jimmy, Nakua and Bynum obviously didn't play. Did you play without them in practice this week, or was that a late development? And how much did that limit your options on offense?
Yeah, so again, teams are dealing with different things throughout the whole year. And, we're really happy that we were able to get Jalen McMillan and Rome a ton of reps in the game tonight. And those banked reps now are going to really help build the confidence of those guys as we move here forward into our next game.
All right, Josh Kirshenbaum, then Dave, and then Alec Dietz will wrap us up. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, Jimmy, 2 questions about penalties. That first drive, there was the back-to-back with the 12 men followed by the delay of game. Was that a communication issue, an on-field issue? And then after the fumble, the back 2 holding calls, just how did you feel that affect the drive and set up the offense with third and very long?
Yeah, the first one, that's on us. And so we got to get that corrected. The 12 men and the delay of game that's on us as coaches. We got to get that corrected. And then the holding calls, again, we're sitting on the sideline. We'll have to look on the tape. I thought it was a very clean game in terms of penalties for the most part on both sides. And I didn't think there was very many controversial calls or anything like that. So we'll have to look at the tape and see if it was a hold. But I'm sure if it was close, that referee crew did a nice job all night, then it was probably a hold. But again, without seeing the tape, I'm not sure.
Excuse me, 2 more, Dave, Softy, Mahler, and Alec Dietz. Go ahead, Dave.
Jimmy, what'd you make of your safety play specifically, if you can talk about those guys on the back end? And then kickoff, Stanford had pretty good field position for the majority of the game. Was the plan to try to pin them deep, or are you still looking to bomb those out of the end zone there?
Yeah, we definitely so kickoff for sure. We're trying to bomb those out if we can. Obviously, we did not do that. And that's always going to change in Husky Stadium. Today was actually a really good day, but you never know from wind direction if we're going to be able to do that or not. But very not pleased at all with our kickoff coverage unit. And that was one of the things that we've been working on all week, which is makes it even more disappointing that we weren't able to cover correctly and not give those guys great field position. So that's another one that we're going to have to get corrected here very, very quickly. Safeties, I'll have to go to the film and go see what was happening. But at this point, I can't say anybody played great on defense with giving up that many rushing yards and giving up well over 65% on third down. I don't think I can point to anybody and say they played a great game.
All right, last question for Coach from Alec Dietz. Go ahead, Alec.
Hey, Jimmy, you touched on that last offensive possession after the turnover. I wanted to ask, just outside those 2 holding penalties, what were your thoughts just on, the shot play to tie and then the subsequent plays?
You're talking about the same drive, the shot play to tie, the in the end zone that got called back?
Yeah, that last drive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, first of all, great job by our defense, responding there, getting another turnover in a critical situation. Great job by Trey McDuffie forcing that ball. Probably, one of the highlights that we did on that side of the ball, get us in position to go down there and make it close. But I think it was a great call by Coach Donovan. We had what we wanted, and we got a holding call. So we're gonna have to go to the tape and make sure we clean that up and see what it looked like. But I think overall in these first 4 games, we have played very clean on that side of the ball. We have not had that many holding calls, but it was a great play call. We got exactly what we wanted. Dylan Morris threw a strike and Ty Jones caught it. Unfortunately, the referees called the holding call, so it didn't count.